Summary of Chapter 11, Hurry and Habit. In this chapter, Wattles emphasizes the importance of avoiding hurry and developing habits of greatness. He explains that hurry is rooted in fear, and that acting with calm confidence will align you with universal power. Additionally, he stresses that habits shape our lives, and to change our outcomes, we must change our habitual ways of thinking. Key points. Hurry is based on fear. Hurry stems from a fear of lack or failure, and it disrupts the connection with universal intelligence. Those who have faith and trust in the process have plenty of time. To act with confidence, you must trust that everything is aligning for you. If you find yourself hurrying or worrying, pause, reflect, and calm your mind. A calm, composed mind is a strong and powerful mind, while a hurried, anxious mind is weak and prone to mistakes. Trust the process. Wattles reassures that there is no need to fear because God's intelligence is working through you and everything around you. By maintaining the right attitude, you ensure that things will unfold as they should. The only thing that can go wrong is your mental attitude, so it is crucial to stay calm and trust. Overcoming old habits. Your life is shaped by your habitual ways of thinking. Many people hold themselves back because they habitually think of themselves as ordinary or limited. Wattles encourages you to change this by forming a new, empowering habit. Think of yourself as great and powerful. It is not enough to think great thoughts only. Occasionally you must hold these thoughts consistently throughout your day. Your habitual thoughts shape your destiny, so by consistently affirming your greatness, you will reprogram your mind and behavior to reflect that greatness. The power of habitual thought. Repetition of certain thoughts creates convictions. The goal of mental exercises, prayer, and affirmations is to replace old limiting beliefs with new empowering ones. Over time, by repeating the belief in your own power and ability, it will become habitual, and your actions will begin to reflect that belief. Change your central idea. Every person has a central idea about themselves that guides how they interpret the world. If your central thought is that you are limited or weak, this belief will shape your life. To transform your life, you must get a new mental picture of yourself as powerful and limitless, and allow this new thought to shape your interactions with the world. Example: breaking the habit of hurry. Imagine a business owner who feels pressure to meet deadlines, pay off debts, and grow their business. In a constant state of hurry, they rush through decisions and work, always fearing that they are running out of time. This mindset leads to mistakes, stress, and inefficiency. One day, the business owner decides to change their approach. They begin each day by affirming that everything is working in their favor and that there is no need to rush. They focus on doing each task with calm confidence, trusting that things will unfold as they should. Over time, their productivity improves, stress decreases, and they notice that opportunities and solutions come to them more easily. Additionally, they change their habitual thought of being overwhelmed and replace it with the belief that they are capable and in control. By consistently holding this belief, they transform their approach to work, leading to greater success and peace of mind. In summary, this chapter teaches that avoiding hurry and cultivating empowering habits of thought are essential for realizing your potential. By trusting the process, staying calm, and consistently affirming your greatness, you align with the universal power that brings success into your life. Before moving on to the next chapter, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel. Summary of Chapter 12, Thought. In this chapter, Wattles highlights the transformative power of thinking great thoughts as the foundation of personal greatness. He explains that thinking, not mere reading or gathering knowledge, is the key to unlocking your potential and shaping your reality. To become great externally, you must first be great internally, and this is achieved through sustained and original thought. Key points. Thinking leads to growth. Greatness begins with thinking great thoughts. Reading and education can provide information, but true personal development comes from what you think about what you read. Thought is what leads to growth and the unfolding of new faculties and abilities. Thinking is difficult, and many people avoid it by filling their leisure time with distractions like entertainment. However, real progress only happens when you engage in deep, continuous thought. Original thought is key to greatness. Relying solely on the thoughts of others will never make you great. You must engage in original thought to unlock your full potential. Every outward action begins with a thought, and great actions are always preceded by great thoughts. Your environment and circumstances are the result of your habitual thinking. By changing your central idea of yourself, you can change the way your life is organized and the opportunities that come your way. The power of sustained thought. Continuous thought activates new brain cells and develops new faculties, leading to growth and progress. Thinking not only shapes your personality but also rearranges the facts and circumstances of your life to align with your thoughts. Your central idea, how you see yourself, dictates how the world around you responds. If you think of yourself as limited, you will experience limitations. If you think of yourself as powerful and great, the world will respond to that belief, aligning with the universal intelligence. Wattles stresses the importance of realizing that the universal intelligence that governs the world is within you. This intelligence guides you toward the best actions and outcomes if you trust and follow it. By consecrating yourself to obey your inner voice, you align with the flow of life and achieve your greatest potential. Example: Steve Jobs and the power of thought. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, is an excellent example of the power of original thinking. In the early days of the computer industry, most experts believed that computers were too complex for the average person to use. They scoffed at the idea of a personal computer in every home. However, Jobs had a different vision. He trusted his inner intelligence and saw the potential for a user-friendly computer that anyone could use. Despite skepticism from the industry, Jobs persisted with his idea and revolutionized the computer field. His original thought not only led to the creation of Apple, but also transformed the way the world interacts with technology. Just as Wattles emphasizes, Jobs' greatness was rooted in his ability to think deeply and follow his inner guidance, despite external doubts. In summary, this chapter emphasizes that greatness is achieved through the power of thought. By engaging in continuous, original thinking and trusting your inner intelligence, you can transform your life and achieve greatness. Before moving on to the next chapter, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel. Summary of Chapter 13: Action at Home. In this chapter, Wattles emphasizes that greatness begins at home and in your current environment. He encourages the reader to act with greatness in small, everyday actions instead of waiting for a more favorable situation or better surroundings to display their potential. True greatness is not dependent on external circumstances or the way others treat you, but on your internal attitude and how you conduct yourself with those around you. Key points. Start being great now. Don't wait for a more suitable time or place to act with greatness. Begin now, where you are, and with the people around you. Greatness is not about the environment, but about doing common things in a great way. Example: Abraham Lincoln was as great when he was a small-town lawyer as when he became president. His greatness stemmed from how he approached everyday tasks, not from waiting for a higher position. Be independent of external circumstances. Your greatness is not affected by how others treat you, whether they are unthankful, unkind, or neglectful. Remain poised and kind in your attitude toward them. Greatness comes from within and is not diminished by external behavior. Example: just as God does not stop being great when people fail to appreciate Him, you should not let the attitude of others affect your behavior. Be humble and avoid boasting. Do not compare yourself to others or boast about your greatness. Always think of yourself as equal to others, even if they haven't found the same path to greatness. Great people never seek recognition, they let their actions speak for them. Example: Shakespeare didn't become great by studying others, but by thinking great thoughts. Likewise, you should think of yourself as great without the need to announce it. Act with kindness and balance. True greatness is shown in how you treat your family. Be calm, considerate, and kind in your interactions at home. However, do not become a slave to others' whims. Help others, but allow them to be independent and do things for themselves. Example: if a family member has a selfish demand, meet it with kindness but avoid becoming servile. Helping too much can harm their growth. Respect individual paths. Everyone is perfect on their own path, even if their habits differ from yours. Avoid meddling in the personal habits of others, including family members. Instead, focus on perfecting your own attitude and trusting that others are doing what is right for them. Example: don't interfere with the habits of your closest family members. Everyone has their own journey, and it's not your responsibility to correct them. In summary, this chapter teaches that greatness must be cultivated in your current situation at home and in everyday interactions. Act with kindness, independence, and humility while respecting the paths of those around you. Before moving on to the next chapter, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel. Summary of Chapter 14: Action Abroad. In this chapter, Wattles emphasizes that the principles of greatness at home should also apply to your actions beyond the home in your community, workplace, and broader environment. The key is to act with calm confidence, rooted in the knowledge that you are connected to a greater divine intelligence. Key points. Act as a god among gods. Always maintain the mindset that you are equal to all others and that everyone is perfect on their own path. You are not superior, but you should act with poise, kindness, and consideration toward everyone you encounter, regardless of their status. Example: treat both the wealthy and the poor with equal respect. Everyone is part of the same perfect world. Trust your inner light. Rely on your inner guidance and intuition rather than external validation. If you remain calm and poised, your judgment will always be accurate, and you'll know the right actions to take. Example: Winston Churchill inspired a nation during WWII by maintaining calm and offering steadfast leadership, trusting his inner vision even in the darkest times. Don't rush greatness. Do not hurry to do great things or seek recognition. Instead, focus on becoming great through your daily actions, and greatness will follow naturally. Example: don't expect immediate accolades for living a great life. Instead, simply live it, and opportunities will arise on their own. Help others, but don't meddle. Assist those who come to you for help, but avoid interfering in other people's affairs. Mind your own business and focus on your own path, leading by example rather than trying to correct others. Example: leading a great life without preaching will inspire more people than trying to change their habits or morals directly. Live greatly in every action. Whether interacting with the wealthy or the poor, or doing big or small tasks, act as a God should. Form a mental vision of yourself as great, and live in alignment with that vision every day. Speak, act, and interact as though you are a divine being, and over time, greater opportunities will find you. Example: if you live with a sense of greatness in small daily tasks, larger responsibilities and opportunities will naturally come your way. In summary, this chapter teaches that greatness should be reflected in every action, regardless of where you are or who you're with. Trust your inner wisdom, avoid seeking recognition, and act with calm, divine confidence. In time, your greatness will become apparent to all. Before moving on to the next chapter, if you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel. Summary of Chapter 15: Some further explanations. This chapter highlights the importance of maintaining a positive and expansive point of view about the world and oneself. The way we perceive the world shapes our attitude, actions, and ultimately our life circumstances. Key points: reject negative worldviews. Many are taught to see the world as a doomed place heading toward destruction, which leads to a hopeless outlook. Wattles argues this is wrong. Instead, see the world as a well-equipped ship, with everything in place for success. The only issue is that humanity is still learning to steer it in the right direction. Example: rather than believing society is collapsing, view it as a work in progress, moving toward a better state. Just as sailors learn to navigate a ship, humanity is learning to create a harmonious world. The world is good and improving. Despite current problems, the world is fundamentally good and is moving toward completion and perfection. Any current challenges or disharmony are simply a part of our learning process. This optimistic view opens the mind and allows us to think and act on a larger, more hopeful scale. Example: the chaos in the world, like political unrest or environmental issues, is just the ship of humanity swaying as we learn to steer. Believe that solutions will emerge and things will improve over time. Personal progress mirrors world progress. Your life, like the world, is always moving toward completeness. The only thing that can stop your progress is a negative mental attitude that contradicts divine order. Keep your personal attitude in line with this idea of continuous progress, and nothing can go wrong for you. Example: if you face setbacks in your career or finances, trust that these are temporary and part of your growth. Stay positive and focused on improvement, and you will advance just as the world does. Your outlook shapes your reality. How you see the world influences how you see yourself. If you view the world as broken or declining, you will feel powerless and see yourself as a part of that decline. Conversely, if you see the world as expanding and improving, you will see yourself as advancing with it. Example: if you think of yourself as capable and surrounded by abundance, over time your surroundings will reflect that mindset. Your thoughts become your environment. You are made of divine power. Just like the world, you are made of the same stuff as God. This means you have within you all the power and abilities to grow, improve, and create greatness. By aligning your thoughts with this truth, you will naturally move forward towards success. Example: see yourself as having the potential for greatness in any area of life. Trust that, like God, you have the power to create and manifest your desires. Conclusion: your worldview directly affects your life. By rejecting negative views and embracing the idea that the world is good and constantly improving, you empower yourself to achieve greatness. Recognize that your thoughts shape your reality, and focus on seeing both yourself and the world as part of a divine, ever-progressing whole. If you are enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel.